Question is, black or silver X-T5?
I like the silver.
I kind of like the silver too, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, this black is not bad.
More professional.
Yes, but with the XH2 and XH2-S, which looks great in black, by the way.
Definitely, more modern looking.
This fits the retro vibe in silver, in my personal opinion. Anyway, we're here to talk about the X-T5, the brand new, just announced Fujifilm camera. Fujifilm's on a roll. The last few months, it's been XH2-S, XH2, X-T5. Fuji, if you release anything else this year, we're broke. We're broke, okay? But anyway, of course, with Ivan Joshua Lowe, and we are here to discuss this beautiful camera, the all-new 30mm f2.8 Macro lens as well, right?
Yes, yeah, I love that lens.
I saw your images. We're going to show those images in a second.
Very fun.
The images you see will make you want to buy this lens. It is that good. Anyway, let's talk about this brand new bad boy. What do we got here? 40 megapixel sensor?
Same as the XH2,
Okay.
which I love it. There's also IBIS.
Yep.
The only difference I felt that between this and the XH2, I think the EVF, as always, we have no details of the camera at this point, right? So I think the EVF for the XH2 is probably 5.7.
Yeah.
This one, I don't think so. It feels like it's pretty similar to
Like a $3.69 million?
my X-T4.
I mean, I guess so the price is a bit less than the XH2, and I don't think they want to cannibalize that.
That's right, that's right.
So you have, again, a $3.69 million EVF. We think so at least, right?
Yes.
You have that same 40 megapixel sensor, IBIS inside of this. But one of the big differences between the X-T4 and the X-T5 is the rear display now.
Do you like this? See, as a photographer, I think we love just the flip up for street photography. You know, it's like you see somebody, discreet. You don't want it to open up.
Right, but if you ever wanted to do the shot where you want to do a top-down, like let's say you're in a crowd,
right,
and you want to do a top-down shot, this is, I mean, you can do a little bit here like this because it can tilt.
Right.
It's limited, whereas before with the X-T4 and the XH2, you could turn out and then tilt down this way.
I agree.
So you have more flexibility, but it does make the overall footprint wider.
Yes.
In that regard. So, yeah.
I used to love this three-way flip, but after using the XH2, I've gotten used to it. I think it's a lot more versatile.
Yeah.
Even though, like what I say, the footprint is wider, but there's a lot of other advantages to it.
I agree. How many frames per second do you shoot with this thing?
Mechanical, I think it's 15.
So you have a crop, a 1.25 crop at 20 frames per second, right?
So compared to XH2S, it's 40.
But the XH2, very similar, right?
XH2, I think so too.
Quite similar, yeah. I mean, we'll put the specs right here anyway. In terms of the overall feel, I mean, this is a smaller XT camera now, right? Than the X-T4.
Yes, it's slightly smaller.
Yeah, thinner, smaller, and
I was told that the paintwork is also slightly different. It's supposed to be darker and a bit more refined.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like you put this, you put some wear and tear on this a little bit. You know, it's okay. It's okay. You're supposed to use your cameras. If they look too pretty, you're not using your camera enough.
100% agree. You know.
Now we actually did a photo shoot together with this.
Yes,
recently.
with the Brompton.
Right.
Beautiful Brompton.
Yeah, the
man in a suit, you know, cycling.
Because that's whole for the Brompton World Championships. You got to dress up in the suit. We had the Barbara Brompton with us, and the lenses you used on that were two. You used the 50 f1.
And also the XF 18mm 1.4, which I love very much.
That's a very sharp lens.
Yeah.
Show some photos of here as well to show you what those look like. But I have to say that was really impressive.
You like it?
I did. I liked it a lot. Actually, the image quality out of it was great. I mean,
it's only in JPEG actually. I didn't shoot RAW.
Well, it's kind of hard to. Sometimes with some of these cameras, you shoot in RAW, then you can't open them up until time of announcement. It makes it a little difficult.
Yes.
Let's talk about performance on this for a second. Autofocus. Is it the same as the XH2 or not?
I think it's pretty similar, but if you compare X-T4, it's definitely an upgrade.
I agree.
Like what you say about the eye tracking, it sticks.
It's very, very sticky on this. As a matter of fact, that's one thing that I noticed right off the bat with the XH2S and XH2, how much better that was compared to the X-T4, and this is very similar in that way. And this also works for video. Speaking of video, 6.2K out of this, right?
Yes, and 4K HQ.
Right.
Yeah.
Not bad. That's still more than adequate for most people out there. People talk about pixel binning and whatever, line skipping or whatever the case may be, but look, when you put it on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram, for example, with that compression coming into play, a lot of times you're not going to see those small things, unless you're going to be projecting it on a large display.
It doesn't matter. The other thing is the
tracking. Yeah, the same as the XH2.
Yeah, the animal tracking,
bird,
the
automobile.
birds, bills, it's also standard for this, which is good.
So basically a lot of the same attributes of the XH2 are brought into the X-T5, but in a much smaller package. You're not going to get all the bells and whistles, of course, and because the body's smaller, heat probably can't do 8K, that's why you have 6.2.
Correct.
So it makes sense in that way. But let's talk about the macro lens for a second. This 30 f2.8. I haven't got a chance to try this. You have.
I like it small. It looks like a 50mm f2 lens. The kind of shape goes a bit bigger and then taper down a little bit, which I don't really like it.
Right.
in terms of performance, it's like an everyday street lens at 45mm focal length in that sense for full frame. So it's a 30mm f2.8 lens.
Yeah.
LM, WR, it's pretty quick and certain, but the ability to go close. I was just trying how close could it go.
Yeah.
Maybe 1 to 2 cm from the front element.
That's
pretty
impressive.
close.
Well, right now we're going to show you some sample images Ivan has taken with this lens and the X-T5. Trust me when I say this, when you see the results, you may want to just buy this lens.
If you want to buy, please don't watch this part of the video.
Check it out. All right, Ivan, those are stunning.
Thank you.
Absolutely stunning.
Thank you.
Were you ever afraid of getting stung by the bee? I mean, I have to ask this question.
Okay, the question is, because it's not telephoto like the 80mm macro,
Yes.
so I actually got to get quite close because I can feel the frame. And then at 2.8 sometimes it's not enough depth.
So you're not cropping in on any of these?
No, I'm going to stop down, maybe like 5.6.
So what
8.
we're seeing right there is not you, let's say, taking the image and then cropping down. It's actually straight
it's
out of
actually
camera.
a full frame.
Straight out of camera.
Yeah. It's amazing. It's fun.
And you didn't get stung.
I can't tell you much of the details of the scary experience I've been through, shooting bees, moths and birds and insects. But it's fun. I live to tell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So I guess in conclusion, what do we say? I mean, the price of this, according to Fuji rumors, because we don't know the official price here,
Unfortunately.
is $1,699 USD.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying.
That's
right?
about $300 off from XH2.
So that's not a big difference.
Would you buy this or XH2?
That's the question.
Unfortunately, I bought XH2 for myself already.
Yeah, you did. So you're safe.
Yeah.
But let's put me in the situation.
Right. Which one would you take?
I've
This
I've
one is
enjoyed using this. Honestly, it's got a very retro feel, reminiscent of the XT series.
Yes.
Which has been fantastic.
Yeah, water dials.
It seems that this year, of course, with Fujifilm releasing the XH2-S and XH2, they've had to take away some of the bells and whistles from the XT series to sort of, give it to that. I think for the $300 more, though, to be frank with you, I would go for the XH2. You're going to have a better EVF.
Yes.
The grip is larger,
Yes.
great for people with larger
You can
hands.
add vertical grip to it,
Vertical
and for
grip.
this you can't. That
Fan
isn't.
as well for video,
Yes.
8K video.
Even the shutter button we tried earlier,
Yeah.
that's the difference.
There's a difference in the
It's
set.
more dampening for the
Yeah,
XH2.
it feels a lot better. It just feels a little bit more refined, and it should be. These are the flagship cameras
Yes.
versus the XT, which is more consumer level. But I mean, I think I would just go for the XH2. What do you guys think? This is a tough question here. XT5 or XH2?
I have no comment because I bought the XH2.
Yeah,
I'm
and
keeping quiet.
and you're an
Just
ambassador
leave it
too.
in.
You can't say these things.
I'm sorry.
You can't say.
I'm
can
biased.
Say, yes, you're biased. Anyway, let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Once again, Ivan, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
For being part of this. And for you guys out there, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. A lot more great content is coming your way. Thank you so much. Stay safe, and we will chat to you soon.
Cheers.